I just want to say a little bit more about what I think would be a really much better system for doing something the way that YouTube does, or allowing video conversations, allowing participatory media communities to form, and allowing that kind of social media using video to function much better. And the big problem at the moment, I think, with YouTube and Vimeo and the rest of those kind of sites is the fact that they host videos as well as carry all the metadata about the relationship between videos. They host, when we upload a video, it stays on their servers, but also when we make comments, add to our subscriber list, add to our tags, write descriptions, give title, all of the stuff that we contribute that isn't just video, that's particularly information about connections, that's all hosted by YouTube as well, and it's connected. In other words, when a video goes down, it takes down all the metadata. I've said that before. But the problem isn't that, well, it's a problem for YouTube and it's a problem for Google, and it's not a problem that they can easily solve. And that problem is the fact that they do actually host videos, or YouTube section of it does. Because if you host a video, you are legally responsible for that content. You know, if you're hosting something on your server, then yeah, you're legally responsible for it. And YouTube, just like anywhere else, would have to put in place systems for the policing of that site, because from what I understand, there is hours of hardcore porn and illegal material uploaded to YouTube every day. You know, the material that isn't just about, that isn't just a violation of free speech, but that pretty much every right-thinking person watching this video would find offensive and would recognise as needing taking down. So there does need to be a policing system, and Google and YouTube is sensitive to that, and they have to run some kind of policing system. But because there's, whatever it is, 50 or 60 hours of video being uploaded every minute to YouTube right now, and they're aiming for 72 hours a minute by Christmas, they can't do that themselves, so of course they have to outsource the monitoring, the policing of those video material to the users, and that's where the problems start, isn't it? And it's the same with the other sites I've mentioned. It's the same with Vimeo and Blip. They all do the same thing. They all outsource the policing, the gatekeeping of their stuff to the user base by providing some kind of flagging system. Now the difficulty there is that flagging system on YouTube, but other sites as well, although it purports to be about legality and purports to be about terms of service and community guidelines, let's face it, it isn't really. The community guidelines are very widely interpreted and sometimes probably not referred to at all. It's really a system where one user can register offence of some kind. That's all it's about, really. And if enough offence is registered, then YouTube will cite the community guidelines as the reason for taking down a video. Up to the point of offence being registered, there's no removal of videos. So it's not really about community guidelines, it's about registering of offence. But kind of laid on top of a system that's really, quite rightly, there to protect YouTube from being prosecuted, but also to prevent actual laws being broken and people genuinely being offended for a very good reason. But that all comes about because of that the welding together, which we have right now on YouTube, of video content with all that metadata. If it operated in the way that some other sites do, some aggregator sites like Mepedia or like VodPod, sites which aggregate material from elsewhere, or like Google as a search engine itself, then there would be far less of a problem. I mean, one of the ironies about YouTube is that when it takes a video down, it's usually very easy to find that video simply by going across to Google, a parent organisation, and typing the title of that video into the search engine. About 6 of my videos have been removed from YouTube, but you put the titles into Google and there they are on Blip or on iTunes or on dozens of other sites on my personal web space. So it's and there's no problem there because Google isn't hosting the video anymore, so it can easily refer to it. So all the tools are there to do that within Google's power, I guess, to do that. But at the moment, because they host videos as well as host metadata, they're kind of snookered, really. So if I was going to make a site like that, if I was going to look to a site, it would have that same separation that you do find in Mepedia and that you do find in VodPod and those kind of aggregator sites, whereby there's the video content is not hosted at the same place as the metadata, because the metadata is the really important stuff as far as I'm concerned. the data about videos, about connection, about descriptions, tags, links, subscriptions, subscribers, account details, all that kind of stuff. That's the valuable stuff which preserves, which is the real media. That's the real social media that we work with. The videos can be piped in from anywhere. Anyway, that's what I think.